Lunch today at the Columbia Harbor House. I've walked by here a few times. I've looked at the menu. It feels very standard: chicken strips, shrimp, and fish, right? But since I'm in the neighborhood, since we're going to the Liberty Bell, I thought, well, I need to go to the Columbia Harbor House. And it quickly has rocketed up to my favorite place to eat here at Magic Kingdom in terms of location, in terms of aesthetic. You can't tell from this shot where I'm sitting. I found a little corner back here. But this place is wonderful. It's beautifully themed. It's very, like, I don't know, it feels nautical. It feels Liberty. It's really cool. And it's enormous. There are, if you can't find, because downstairs it's kind of hectic, and I was wondering if I was going to be able to find a place to sit and eat. Go upstairs, and there is just a whole mess of seating up here. Plenty for everybody, it seems like. I found many tables up here, although it's not the busiest of days, but still I found copious amounts of seats. So what we've ordered is the trio platter. I didn't know what to get, so I just got the combo, right? It's a combination of beer battered shrimp, chicken, that'll be, chicken strips, and beer battered fish served with French fries and hush puppies. Now, there's not going to be a lot of B-roll and shots of the food here because the plating here is a total miss. It's just, there is no plating. It's in a paper tray and it's all mixed together, and I feel like I'm eating a kid's meal. So as far as presentation goes, it's a big fat miss. 0 out of 5. But let's try the cocktail, or I'm sorry, the shrimp first. If I can find one. That's the hush puppy. Let's see. There's one. It looks like I get 2 pieces. 2 pieces. There we go. I mean, it's $15. Chicken, shrimp, and fish. So I guess 2 pieces is all we get. Got some cocktail sauce, my favorite. I love it. This is probably gonna be fine. Very standard fried shrimp. It's hard to miss on fried shrimp. I don't know if I've ever had a bad piece of fried shrimp, to be honest. We just went to Sizzler. I had a whole bunch of shrimp. It was great. All right, beer battered fish in the tartar sauce. I imagine this is going to be kind of a creamy rather than flaky. Good crunch on the breading. Obviously the tartar sauce is good. Not exactly the meatiest of fish, fried fish that I've ever seen. Yeah. What often happens with fast food shrimp, or fish I should say, is that it doesn't have that real flaky, textury taste. The texture is kind of creamy, and that's what we're getting here, but it's still fine. It's the same as you can get pretty much anywhere else at any Disney park, the same kind of fried shrimp. That's not bad. Next, we're trying the chicken strip with a little barbecue sauce. The barbecue sauce is just a Heinz barbecue sauce, nothing special. They've got honey mustard, which we may try that also. I mean, what are you gonna do? It tastes like you think it will. Try it with the honey mustard. That's fine. It is what it is. Not great, but not bad either. Especially if you want something that's familiar, comfort food style, not very daring, and you just want to make sure that you eat. Yeah. The fries look terrible. These look like every nasty fry I've ever had at Disneyland. No, very okay. One more thing to try is the hush puppy. I don't eat a lot of hush puppies because they're not served often where we live, being on the West Coast. So, I don't have a lot of experience with these. I've had a few at the parks. Yeah, that's all right. It's like cornbread, but fried. That's actually pretty tasty, and I'm sure it's very standard. So all in, I feel like it's like a solid 3.5 out of 5. I would give it a higher mark if the presentation was a little better. I might even give it a higher mark if they were above what a little more expectation. but it is exactly, I got the wrong sauce here, it is exactly what it's supposed to be. It is what you expect it to be, and that's not bad. So, good job, Columbia Harbor House. Looking for places to dine tonight. I was here this morning to get some water, and I'm like, oh my God, I've never been to Starite Cafe. I've never had a sunny eclipse experience. He is obviously legendary, and I thought, well, I've got 1.5 days here at Magic Kingdom. I'm having my sunny eclipse experience. So that's where we're having dinner tonight. I ordered the patty melt. They have it's a standard menu here, you know, burgers, chicken, fried chicken, grilled chicken, whatever, and a patty melt. I have no idea why I chose this because I'm not a patty melt guy. I think I've had maybe a couple in my life. I usually am a cheeseburger guy, but it's kind of the same, right? This is, I didn't even notice this. Oh boy, we're in trouble. I'm reading the description. Impossible burger, topped with plant-based cheddar, grilled onions, and asteroid sauce on thick cut toast. So, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter because I'm here for Sunny. And unfortunately, I'm also here for an impossible burger. Let's see what happens. The sauce actually looks pretty good. And I love, what do they call it? Thick cut toast. Cheers, Fresh Bake. That was not a very good bite. I got mostly bread. It's okay. I mean, as far as the impossible meat goes, I've definitely had worse. We've had a bunch of stuff at Food and Wine Festivals where it's just, I couldn't even put it down. And I've actually had some very good impossible foods. So it's not like I'm, you know, that's not a prejudicial situation where I'm like, so you can tell jokes now? He was telling some amazing jokes. He said he loves Earth because it's big and round and blue and green, just like my mother-in-law. Okay. That's a little better. When you get into the grilled onions in there, it starts to taste a little better. And you get into the middle of it, it's not a total disaster. I mean, the food here they've never been known, Starite Cafe, as far as I know. They've never really been known for their delicious menu. I thought about getting the fried chicken sandwich. I thought about getting the truffle burger. Yeah. But what is it with Walt Disney World? I've seen like 5 different locations where they're putting truffle on truffle fries, truffle burgers. I don't get it. The fries are, again, the bad fries that you get at Disneyland. I don't know why they can't catch up with the good food at Disneyland. We have a lot of different good fries there, especially. I mean, come to Starite Cafe, have yourself a sunny eclipse experience. You could probably pass on the patty melt. You won't die if you do get it. But, you know, maybe try the truffle burger or the fried chicken. I really should have got the fried chicken sandwich. I don't hate it. It's just not very good. 2 out of 5. Presentation is 0, but man, they get another point. We'll give it 3 for the sunny eclipse background there for me. 2.5, maybe a half a star for that. Cheers, Fresh Bake. backlit, but I can assure you that this view is spectacular. That is, in fact, Expedition Everest right over my shoulder right there. You can't see it because the light is very, very poor here in this location, but this has to be my favorite place, not necessarily for the food, but my favorite place to eat, sit down and eat. I can't think of another place I'd rather be right now to do this. I'm trying to scan my memories of, quick service locations that have a better aesthetic than this right now. It would be even better if they had the boats that went by playing the music, but they stopped doing that. I miss that. But I love eating here, and this is going to be amazing. I got the ribs and chicken combo. That's ribs and chicken served with signature baked beans and coleslaw, and it's not otherwise described, so I'm not sure, I assume these are pork ribs, they look great. By the way, I want to say that this is courtesy of GetAway Today. My agent or my associate or whatever, she texted me, she's like, how's it going? Everything great? Where are you at? Animal Kingdom? Okay, can I buy you lunch? And I'm like, that was so sweet of them to do that. And it's like I've been buying people treats via our live streams for going on 7, 8, 9 years. And now I know what that feels like a little bit, because she ordered the lunch for me and gave me the code and said, hey, it's ready, go get it. So thank you to GetAway Today. And obviously, if you are looking to book a trip, then I would be more than grateful if you would use GetAway Today. They are our preferred travel affiliate. It's obviously super nice people. They take good care of me, and they will take good care of you. They'll plan your whole trip. They are the best at this, and I'm so grateful that we've had our affiliation with them for so many years. They make a lot of things possible for us, including this trip. They planned this whole trip for me, and I'm very grateful for them. So there's a link in the description. Use that link to book your next trip to Disney World, Disneyland, Alani, a cruise, Universal, and let them know Fresh Baked sent you. Now, I gotta eat. Let's start with one of these ribs. Cheers. It's all about the sauce, always. Or at least in terms of was it a rub, or whatever they're using to glaze the rib. And this is pretty damn tasty. I think I've had this here before, and I don't remember liking it as much as I'm liking this right now. That's very good. You know what? It's better than the ribs that I had at the smokehouse at Epcot. You guys remember that? They were only okay. I don't know if you can hear that because I got my mic on, but every 30 seconds or so, people screaming down Everest. It's amazing. And that's a lot of ribs, by the way. Very good. Let's try the baked beans. Baked beans are among my favorite things to eat everywhere and anywhere. A little too sweet. I prefer more barbecue broth. I don't know what to call that. It's a little bit more on the sweeter side than I prefer. It's still not bad. Baked beans are great no matter what. For some that works. But for me, like I said, they don't taste bad. I prefer a more savory sauce. Chicken's next. And I expect this is going to have the same rub or whatever I guess it's a rub on the chicken. I don't know barbecue. I try my best. You can taste the fire though. That it's been sitting on a fire to grill. Very hearty cut of chicken right there. Very thick. And I actually prefer this, I think, to the ribs. And I'm not normally a chicken guy. That is really good. The thing with chicken is that it's hard to get it wrong. You can make it too chewy, you can make it overcooked. But at the same time, all chicken kind of tastes the same. It's very difficult to make a winning flavored chicken. Like you're like, oh my God, this is the best chicken. I hardly ever feel that way. This is pretty good. You can get barbecue sauce. This is Cannonball barbecue sauce, so I assume it's got to mean it's hot, right?
Yeah.
We'll try that with the chicken.
Look at me.
So I feel like sometimes the sauce takes over, which isn't bad. But if it's a generic sauce, then all I get is the generic flavor. I'd rather taste the, the quality of the chicken, which this is good chicken. So I'm thinking maybe I don't want the sauce on there, the barbecue sauce. There is also a coleslaw, which looks to be kind of a creamy KFC style, KFC level coleslaw, which I'm absolutely okay with. Yeah. And that's good. I'll take that. It's a little warm. Not cold. I mean, I think it's supposed to be cold, but it's been out here for a little bit, so it's warmed up a little. But otherwise, it tastes really, really nice. Getting back to those ribs, by the way, very, very generous amount of protein on there. This is a meaty rib. Man, that's a lot. You get a lot for your value, or for your dollar here. And that's pretty darn good. All in, I'd say the ribs are probably maybe a 4 out of 5 for me. Chicken, maybe a 4.5 out of 5. The barbecue beans, baked beans, 3.5 out of 5. Coleslaw, 4 out of 5. But the vibe, 5 out of 5 and more. All in, I'm gonna give the barbecue chicken and ribs combo from Flame Tree Tavern 4.5 out of 5. Cheers, Fresh Baked. We have arrived here out in front of Frozen in Norway. What is this? The Cringla. Let's go in here. I mean, it says Cringla on the door, so I guess I have to get one, a Norwegian Cringla, right? That is a pretzel-shaped pastry with sweet fondant, and chocolate topping. Oh my God, I think I need all of this. First of all, I want a cinnamon roll with orange and cream cheese ice cream. But look at school bread, rice cream, Verdens best cake, an apple cake. Can you see it? Can you see the apple cake? I can't. I think I've had a lefse before. Liz and I tried one of those. There's the school bread. Oh my gosh. They've already taken my order. There it is. I got the name on the building, Cringla. You said there's, okay, so it's chocolate, pretzel, and you said there's raisins inside there. That sounds fascinating. This is gonna be the best. What are we, like 45 seconds into this video? Cringla. It's not like a regular pretzel though. It's some kind of bread with chocolate and icing on it, and eventually raisins. It's good, but I'll take anything sweet. I love Epcot. Thank you. Guys, look at the size of that thing. And it's only $9. This is $9. I say only because I the slice of pepperoni at my hotel is $16. So, I'm kind of happy with that, to be honest. And that's pretty much the going rate, $9 at least, for a slice of pizza at any Disney park. And for that matter, not one as big as this. So the only thing that could mean, if it means anything at all, as I cut it in half because it's enormous, is that it's not very good, but we'll see. That pepperoni is really salty. Very doughy. Wow. I don't know why people are complaining. It's different. It's not like, the kind of pizza that we're used to. You can see how airy that is. Look how airy. Very light, very doughy. But the flavor is absolutely there. The pepperonis are great. Cheese is great. It's just the crust. Which again, it's not bad. It's just different. Yeah. I don't know why people are tripping. That's affordable. It's theme park affordable. I got no complaints whatsoever.
Yeah.
Sake and beer, although, they've got something fruity in the case there. What is that? It's a sake slushie. Get out of here. No way. Blood orange, coconut pineapple, and blackberry. Oh, I think I have to get one of those. And that is the coconut pineapple sake slushie. Why am I so excited? This is gonna give me such a headache though. To be honest, I'm not even sure how to eat this. I mean, I don't do a lot of slushies, so I guess we just start from the top, right? That was all pineapple and coconut right there. Wow. That is pretty tasty ice. I guess the sake's down there somewhere. I gotta get through all that ice to get to the sake. How about a grilled kebab? Moroccan spiced lamb or tremula chicken? I don't know. I'm down. Lamb kebab it is. And there you go. I had this before. I remember enjoying it. And that is very, very good. Wow. Yeah. I don't know what the flavors are. I don't know Moroccan food. I don't have a palate to identify the flavors, and that's something I remember talking about in our last visit here. Slightly spicy. The drizzle's amazing. I suppose the flavor that I'm observing is the actual lamb, perhaps. A little bit of like chickpea salad with that too. Served cold. I love Moroccan food, man. That's amazing. Wow. I'm not really a chickpea guy, but when it's served like this, I am. Oh yeah. I feel like we gotta change gears here a little bit. I just realized we're in Morocco, and that's where the ferry drops off guests and picks up guests. What if, Fresh Baked, we hopped on the ferry and jumped over to the land? What are we gonna do, eat and drink all night? Yeah, I would. I totally would, but let's change gears. Let's check out the boulangerie. Oh my hell. Does it go quick though? Probably not, I don't know. Let's see, what time is it? This is insane. It is 7:40. I mean, it does look like there's a lot of movement. This could be a ghost quick though. I have no idea what to get though. I'm gonna be pot committed getting this queue without even knowing what I'm gonna get, but there's definitely sweet stuff in there. There's also savory. We gotta try something. How is anybody supposed to decide quiche, croissant, That's some kind of chicken. Another quiche. Another croissant. A croque monsieur. That's very French. And a BLT. My God, more croissant. Look at all these chocolate. There's some tarts, macarons, eclairs, strawberry stuff. I almost got one of these, but they said it's filled with hazelnut, which I don't mind by itself, but I don't like it in my donuts or whatever. So I'm gonna get one of these guys right there. Chocolate and almonds. Very French. It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. My goodness. I wonder what the ice cream store looks like right now. I can't even get out of here. Well, it hasn't gotten any better. Maybe it's worse, I don't remember. Wow, France is popping. By the way, I don't exactly know what I ordered. I just know what it looks like. She tried to say the name for me, which I cannot get focus on here. Can you guys read? Frangipan? Frangipan? There we go. I guess there's chocolate in there. That's kind of a croissant, I guess. Chocolate inside. It's cold, by the way. I can feel that. And some almond slivers. Bonjour, fresh baked. That's really good. Wow. You can see I'm getting into the chocolate a little bit. I haven't gotten hardly any of that yet. Let's try again. That is pretty dang good. Served cold. It actually kind of reminds me of something you would get at Porto's, even though Porto's is Cuban. But what theirs is heavy on the actual bread part and not so much the chocolate or whatever else they're putting in there. It's not a strong dose in there. It's just kind of like a layer, one thin layer. Yeah, man, that's delicious. So it's a bar. It's a bar. Yes. That was fascinating. I don't even know how to describe what's going on. They have like little tables back there, but you can't sit there. You can't sit there. Everything's to go only. I don't know who gets to sit there. But I got my $31 margarita here. I'm gonna try to describe it for you, but I'm doing this walking. That's a malomita. That's what mezcal, pineapple juice, which they had me at pineapple juice. Ancho Reyes chili poblano liqueur. Wow, ginger peach cordial. Italicus, I don't know what that is, and a tortilla ash rim. I don't think I've ever had a tortilla ash rim before, but there you go. Cheers, Fresh Bake. That's pretty good. I mean, that's $31. And it's the same size as the one I started with, which was 16 bucks, I think. Why is $31 in there? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a fancier margarita. It tastes good. Damn. I didn't get there. All right. Let's go on a tour. You know, I think this is my last meal. At Walt Disney World. This is our last day, obviously, and it's dinner. It's an early dinner, but I think it's the last meal we're going to do on camera. We're at Connections Cafe in Epcot, and before I even get into the food, I want to observe that it's sort of a dichotomous situation where you go to Epcot, and half the reason why you go is to World Showcase and all the various kinds of culturally specific foods, and you get to try all kinds of new things and experiment. And then Connections Cafe is, well, I don't want to call it generic, but the theming, no theming whatsoever. The theming is like futuristic. It's not at all culturally like the rest of the World Showcase is. Not that we're in the World Showcase, but you follow me. Like it's so opposite. But Epcot is not just one thing, right? It's many things. So anyway, we're at Connections Cafe, and we're getting the French bistro burger. Hey, it's from France, okay? So that counts, right? It's a gourmet beef blend with beef. That's good. We didn't get surprised by Impossible. Caramelized onions, bacon, brie, Bulerie. Okay, so now it's caramelized onions and mushrooms. That's it. Mushrooms, Dijon mayonnaise sounds great, and on toasted brioche bun. Can I just talk about the bacon first? Because that's like the best looking bacon I think I've ever seen on a burger, at least at a theme park. Usually the bacon is just kind of undercooked. Why is that always undercooked? I don't know, because everything else is overcooked. The Dijon mayonnaise, fantastic. Oh my God, look at, can you see all those onions and mushrooms on there? This has the potential to be incredible, if I don't mind saying. Cheers, Fresh Bake. First, I have to say that Dijon mayonnaise is outstanding. That was really good because I got a big bunch of it on my hands. Let's see how that bacon is. So far, this is pretty great. This is pretty amazing. There's that beef blend. I don't know what the blend is. It looked a little gray in the picture on the menu. I was a little concerned, but that actually looks pretty tasty. Let's get a solid bite of that beef. See that? It's dripping all over. This is delicious. I'm trying to think of all the things that I've eaten over the course of the last 4 days. This is probably the best thing I've had, and I've gotten it at Connections Cafe. It was this and the chicken at Docking Bay 7. Both of those today. It took me 4 days to get something really good to eat. You see that drip? Oh my God, that's so amazing. There's those mushrooms. Man, I love mushrooms. That was really good. Very buttery. So let's break it down a little bit more. The meat patty is lots of good flavor, and served very hot, and not too overcooked or chewy. So that's nice. It's still melty, which it's hard to get a melty, like a burger that's juicy. You know what I mean? The Dijon mayonnaise might be the best part of the burger, and that's also very warm. And a lot of flavor in there. It's kind of salty almost. Excellent. I haven't really been able to find the brie yet. I've probably had some, but I haven't been able to taste and identify the brie. So that's not very strong. And then obviously the bacon, that's probably the crispiest, healthiest. That's a lot of bacon for a burger. Some of the crispiest, healthiest looking bacon that I've seen on a burger in some time. This is a great job all around. Normally I'm not a caramelized onion guy, but they work very well in this burger, in this French bistro burger. Fries look to be pretty standard, normal Disney fries. Yeah, standard. And then finally, great value at $14.99. That's a price for a standard regular cheeseburger. When you go, which is basically anywhere at Disney, but you're also getting the onions, the mushrooms, and the bacon, and it's a good size. That's got to be a third pound at least. It's got to be at least a third pound. So you're getting I can't finish this. This is shareable for me. So great value at $14.99. Thumbs up all around. The French Bistro Burger, 5 out of 5. Cheers, Fresh Bake. Docking Bay 7, let's go. Docking Bay 7 in Hollywood, let's go. A completely different menu, as I mentioned, here at Hollywood Studios than we have in Anaheim. And I've opted for the Persianade hot chicken tip-yip. Chicken. Crispy chicken glazed in a spicy chipotle sauce. It looks like orange chicken, but it's not, I guess. We'll find out. Served with white rice and a relish of sweet corn, shishito peppers, jicama, plantains, and cilantro. That's an interesting combination of elements in that relish. But I am mostly concerned with how this spicy chicken or spicy chipotle sauce tastes with this chicken. Cheers, Fresh Bake. That is actually quite nice. I really enjoyed all of those elements. The flavors are very good. Spicy, yes. Too spicy, not quite, but it's starting to catch up with me right now. But the flavors of that chipotle sauce are very good, very dominant. But I think the best part is just how crispy the texture is on the chicken bite. It's fried, but sometimes things can get a little too, I don't know, saturated, and it loses that crunch. But no, man, that's a good crunchy bite. We'll try some of that steamed rice. Some of that is getting mixed in, pardon me, with that chipotle sauce. There are parts of the rice that is not, but the rice is the rice. Now, this is going to be interesting. We're going to get into that relish. I don't know if I'm going to be able to identify all the flavors. The chicken is resting on that relish, so the chipotle sauce is going to get all over that. So I'm not sure how much of that is going to dominate the flavors, and if I'm supposed to be able to identify everything else otherwise. But again, that's what do we got here? Sweet corn, shishito peppers, jicama, and that's that big chunky thing on top is the jicama, which doesn't have a flavor really, as I recall. Plantains, or is that the plantain? It looks like mostly corn in there. Let's see. That was the jicama. That's okay. Actually, there's a sweetness to the sauce on that. It's pretty good. The flavors are dominated. The flavors and the texture are dominated by the corn. And that's the sweet note that is, you're getting almost predominantly. The cilantro, the chipotle sauce is not really interacting with this. This is interesting. But a solid side to the chicken. Let's try another bite. That is pretty good. Now at $16.29 for this dish, that's a pretty good value. I use cheeseburgers as the baseline. Whatever the cost of a cheeseburger is, how does that relate with that? A cheeseburger is about $14 or $15 depending on where you get it. So we're a little bit more than that. But you're getting a healthy amount of protein here. The 2 chicken servings those are good sized pieces for a $16 meal. Plus you're getting the relish, plus you're getting the rice. So I have no complaints on portion size here. That's pretty good. And like I said, the taste is great. It's hot, but not too hot. The texture's great, the crunchiness, and obviously the flavors are very, very good here as well. I am loving this, as I often do when I go to Docking Bay 7. I like what I get, and this is awesome. I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. Great job. Cheers. Well, our first meal here at the Port Orleans Resort French Quarter went completely differently than I had hoped it would or thought it would. It's a delightful little location. I love the location. Very busy though. It's very busy in here. And I mean, I'm kind of used to that. We saw some very busy, dining locations at other resorts, but I could not find a table. I'm actually having to stand. I'm almost having to do, festival style dining here. So this is the most awkward recording session I think I've ever had trying to review food. They have a really interesting food court here. A lot of very unique choices. Not your standard chicken sandwich, chicken strips, cheeseburger kind of. I mean, they have some interesting options, and I'm definitely a when in Rome guy. I try to get the thing that you should get when you're here. I got the cheeseburger. It's the beef burger with shrimp and remoulade, and so it's just basically that. It's just the burger, and there you can see the little remoulade sauce, and then there's the fried shrimp right there. I mean, when in New Orleans. Cheers, Fresh Baked. First things first, I didn't know that beef and shrimp were a thing that you're supposed to put together. I've never had a shrimp burger before. I've never even seen a shrimp burger before. And it's a little bit different than I would have expected. They didn't come together, but it's also not bad. And the remoulade sauce is actually quite good. The beef patty itself, there you go. It's, a little bit on the overcooked side, but that's the way you should expect it. Otherwise, it's a fairly, decent standard burger. Actually, we got a little bit. Oh, there goes the shrimp right there. Let's try that shrimp by itself. It's okay. It says food court food at a sort of a mid-priced, resort. So I'm not expecting there, to be something amazing. I definitely think that I would probably try something else the next time I'm here. There's like I said, the menu is fairly varied, and I would like to try some more of those options, but I don't know how many opportunities we're going to have in the 4 days because I'll be eating in the park mostly, but it's a good start. Fries, they're okay. It's not my favorite type of fry, so it's not their fault. And they give you a lot of them, though. That's a big serving. Oh no, I'm gonna give this maybe like a 3.5 out of 5. It's hot, it's filling, the shrimp is okay, the beef is good. It's $15.99, which is kind of high, but you do get a buttload of fries. I'm not gonna say that again, but yeah, 3.5 out of 5, guys. I can't wait. I've been wanting to know what their pizza tastes like since I got here. One slice of pepperoni pizza later. It looks like it's had a rough trip up to the room. I mean, I've been having an amazing time here. This is one of my best trips ever so far. I mean, we're only a day and a half in, close to 2 now, but everything has been going pretty well. A few, roadblocks here and there, but one thing that I have not had any luck with yet is food. The meal that we had here at Port Orleans, the dinner that I had was not very good. I mean, the best meal I could say that I had at Magic Kingdom was the sampler, the fish and shrimp sampler thing. Starite Cafe, no. Let's see, breakfast. Here has I get yogurt. I don't go for the plates of like the scrambled egg breakfast or anything like that. I just can't do it. Let's see how this pizza is. It's okay. It's cheese and pepperoni. I've heard it said there's no such thing as a bad slice of pizza. And they're not wrong, but I wouldn't call this a good slice of pizza either. Thank goodness I'm starving. It's big. I'll say that. This is almost, depending on where you go, this could be 2 slices. Speaking of which, 15 bucks, 16. You can absolutely get a whole pizza for that price at home, but I'm not at home. Which I say often to people who talk about prices. You're captive. You're here. What are you gonna do? I wonder how long it would take to order Dominos when you're at a Disneyland resort. It's okay though. It's better than the dinner we had here, and it's better than the patty melt. 16 bucks, and you get, can you tell? You can choose a side. They give you either chips or carrots and celery with ranch. I opted for the carrots and celery. I do love carrots and celery with my pizza. And it's hard to get celery wrong. I am going to enjoy this right quick, do a little work, catch up on some publishing, some editing, some uploading, rest for, I don't know what time it is, maybe an hour, and then we're going back to Epcot to drink, eat, and enjoy Spaceship Earth. Cheers, Fresh Baked. As I mentioned in our first meal, I'm a when in Rome kind of guy. I try to eat what is culturally appropriate for wherever I'm at, so we failed on the first attempt. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. Going for the gumbo. I'm gonna try the gumbo here. It's a rich stew with chicken, sausage, okra, and spices served with rice. And it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I'm kind of, it looks like gumbo should. Okay. That was mostly rice, not bad. you should always be getting andouille sausage in your gumbo. The flavor of the stew itself is really good. Tastes like it should, but the sausage was a little, I don't know what the right word is, mealy? Like it didn't have any body to it. No snap. Yeah. It just breaks down real fast. There's chicken also. Let me get a smaller bite. I think it might be overcooked. It's probably been in whatever they stew it in, they, for a little too long, and that makes it too moist. Chicken is about the same, but again, the flavors are good. This is actually the best thing we've had at this resort so far. It's just been in the stew for too long. But the stew is really, really nice. Yeah, and again, the rice is just about perfect too. That's pretty enjoyable. Better yet, it's only $10.99, which seems shockingly affordable considering the slice of pizza that we got was like $16, wasn't it? The slice of pizza was $12, but I got carrots and celery with it, so that's 16 bucks. This is a better value, in my opinion, than the slice of pizza, even though, again, that was an enormous slice. It was so big. Yeah, I'll take this. Not bad.